interesting episode on Just Me. Today I'm doing this with Kingsley and Ivy, Blue Green Ivy.
Hi.
I know you guys have met this fine gentleman and lady and you enjoyed them on the previous episode. Today, we're going to talk about the famous topic, what women bring on the table. I mean, some people think that women are the table, some people think women are the chair and all that. I mean, we are going to look into it and then you have your say in our comment section. But before we go straight into the topic, what do you think a relationship, a Ghanaian typical relationship should look like between a man and a woman?
Okay, I think it should be a period where you get to know each other and then find out whether you would want to move a step further beyond what you have now, and not necessarily a trade where it's like, okay, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, so now since you're my boyfriend, I'm your responsibility, and since you're my girlfriend, you are my responsibility, and you are my responsibility also as a boyfriend, so I have to be coming to do A, B, C, D for you. I also have to come and do A, B, C, D for me. I think it's a period of knowing each other and having proper conversations that can lead you to the next level. That's how I think it should
be. Okay.
Well, I think that there is no one pattern of how a relationship
should look like.
Okay. You know, I think different people have different ideas and perception and different needs as to what they are looking for in a relationship.
Okay.
You know, what I'm looking for in a relationship might be different from what you are looking for, or what Ivy is looking for here. So I think there is no one pattern where it's like we should follow if we want to be in a relationship. But whatever makes it comfortable, as long as whatever you are doing makes you happy, should be what you should follow.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
Nice. The next thing I want to find out from you guys is when should a lady ask a guy for, let's say, money? I mean, after they start talking, when is it appropriate that you begin asking your partner? I mean, it could be the male asking the female, it could be the female asking the male for money.
Yeah.
Yes. When does it become appropriate? I mean, you could meet somebody today, the next day is just asking you for momo. After 2 days, he's asking you for favor and all that. So when does it make it appropriate?
You know, I've had experiences where you begin to talk to a woman, and the next 2 days is their birthday, and the following week their rent is due, that
and
they
the
need
father
to pay,
is sick.
and the father is sick, and their phone screen has cracked and they need to fix and all that. And sometimes it makes you wonder the reason why they accepted to be with you.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think when you accept to be in a relationship with somebody, it comes with its own terms and conditions. Once you accept, you propose to a woman and she says yes, it starts. So there is no timing. There is no correct timing as to she should wait for a year or she should wait for 6 months before she can. So once you go, you propose to a lady, you as a man, you should be ready that, hey, anything can start,
right there.
Right there.
I mean, it could be the moment she says yes, it comes with.
Right, exactly.
A request, okay.
But I think as a woman, in order for a guy not to see you in a certain way, you should be able to exercise some patience and be strategic about it before the man begin to think that you are a user or somebody that you're not. And you should, as a woman, I believe that you should be able to at least cater for your own basic needs. Before you begin a relationship with a man, if you don't want the man to take advantage of you. We men, yes, we are the head of the home, we are the head of the family, but whether be it in relationship or marriage, we want to provide, but then don't be a burden.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so if there's certain things you need that you think I should help, fine. But then, like, basic need, you know, but you know, be a relationship, and you can say, hey, Ken, I'm hungry. Really? You are hungry? Tell my end date, you know, when you eating? Like, no, did he?
Yeah.
Tia then I'll be catch say you are hungry. You know, but if I say, be a open source starting business, and you need help with it, and no, yes, of course, you would need support.
Yeah.
And whether I'm your boyfriend or something like that, you should be able to fall on me.
Yeah.
You know, for such help.
All
yes.
Right. Nice one. Ivy.
So,
do you have
is
a
that-
timing for it?
it sounds like the moment you are in a relationship with someone, you have to ask money. If you say, at what point is it appropriate, and it sounds like giving money is automatically part of the whole thing.
Right.
I think, putting marriage aside, it's not necessary that if you're in a relationship, you have to be giving money to your partner, especially a guy giving money to a girl. I agree that there could be some things that you need money for, which, like Kingsley said, which could be anyone, not necessarily your boyfriend. If you are starting something that you need, even guys rely on their male friends to do that.
Right.
So those kind of things, like, I want to start a business. Maybe you it's not even you going straight to your boyfriend for that help. You have prepared yourself. You have gathered some money. Maybe some other people are helping you, but you need just that little push. So you go like, babe, I want to do this. Can you help me? I'm going to pay you back. At least let's even start with that. I'm going to pay you back when I start making profit.
And it's obvious you're not going to pay back.
Oh,
right?
Well, for me, I'll pay you back.
That's the strategy I was talking about.
And for me, I'll pay. If I say I'll pay you back, I'll pay you back. So, if that is the case, fine. But not like because you're my boyfriend, you are expected that you give me money. So, like, he's say, hello, can you accommodate me? Leslie, my credit are sound. I don't think it's nice. So even if you're a lady and you're into that, I think you should give your man some breathing space. Don't make it look like without him you can't do anything. Right. That is where the issue of you seen as a gold digger, you are cheap and all those things come in. And the moment the guy feels he's the one feeding you, he can manipulate you and let you do whatever he wants. But it comes with some respect when he knows that, oh, you're able to provide your basic needs. You only come around when it's beyond you.
Yeah.
And even when you take it from me, you at least make the attempt to pay back or you pay back.
No,
that
I mean,
gives
no,
you...
that part I don't get it. As in your man, you take the money, you pay back.
No, you see, it depends on what the money the person is giving to you, the kind of support the person is giving you.
Okay.
So for instance, I think in my view, if I go to my man for money to go and start a business,
You should pay
I
back.
would want to pay back.
Okay.
Because that's a bill. It's different from, oh, I want to buy this for myself. My
Okay.
money
Right.
is not enough.
Yeah.
Can you help me buy it? That is different. But if it's for business, if he's helping you establish something that is going to bring income, I think it should be, it's fair that you, especially because you're not even certain whether you're ever going to get married.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's fair that you don't let the person invest so much in you when he or she might not benefit at the end of the day.
Okay. Interesting.
You see,
stuff.
Leslie,
Yeah.
there is this common notion, you know, where women tend to say that if I'm not supposed to ask my man for money, then I'm not also supposed to give him sex.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And sometimes when I hear ladies talk about that, I always wonder, okay, so are you giving me sex for money?
For money.
Then if you are coming to take 2,000 cedis for your rent and you are going to give me for sex, I might as well go for a prostitute and just pay 300 cedis. I'm going to be saving 1,700 cedis over there.
And you can use that for how many times? Like 300
No,
for
but
how many?
you
I
see-
mean, if you are taking a prostitute
Uh-huh.
and you pay the first 300,
Uh-huh.
1,700 can pay extra like 5 or 6 more
Exactly.
prostitutes for you to have, and you have variety, different
Exactly.
taste.
Exactly.
That makes more
so,
sense.
So women, I don't think
That
it's
notion,
prudent
they
for you
have
to
to
be
work
saying
on it.
that
Yeah.
that if you don't give me money, then I'm not going to give you
the
sex.
sex.
As if I'm the only one who enjoys the sex. You be laying there mourning and doing all that. You're also enjoying it.
That's
You're
true.
also enjoying.
Yeah.
Then you can also have to pay me.
So, what you are saying, I totally agree. Well, you know something, I've actually thought of that before. I'm like, okay, because I always go with the fact that, well, the principle that you're not my dad. so you are not responsible for me. Before I met you, I had my own stuff going on for me. So,
Right.
So assuming I have a boyfriend and I'm having sex with him and he's not spending on me, at times I'm like, am I just giving free service? It's not as if I'm paying. Like, do you get my point? It's not as if I'm expecting you to give me money for it. But it's like, am I that, like, am I cheap?
No, but
Is
No,
he
I
having
agree.
that? It's a
thought, yeah?
It's a thought that comes to me. I'm like, why people are in relationships and they are getting a lot of things from it, and they are giving sex to their partners, and you are giving sex. And you're not taking anything. Like you're like, hey, I'm cool. I don't need your money.
People are going on free sponsored vacations.
and you are not
they are
burdening
getting houses.
and you're not burdening your man with anything.
But still, you're not getting anything from it.
But still, you are giving in. Like, I'm not saying I would want to be taken, but it's a thought that comes to mind that. What does that say? Is the man, because I wanted the reason why I started thinking about that is I kind of got the notion that when men spend on women, they value them more.
Oh.
They
Are you sure about that?
they get scared to lose them because they've spent on them.
No, Ivy, no.
That is a notion I get.
No, Ivy, no.
Really?
See, we meet ladies at the club and we spend 2,000, 3,000 cedis on them.
Oh, I see.
That doesn't mean we value them. No. You see, men
Tell
has
me
this
more.
kind of mentality. If we value you, we value you.
It's as simple as that.
It's just as simple as that.
Okay.
Okay? Men, if a man has 3 girlfriends, we know who we want to marry. We know who we want. And sometimes we can spend even more on the person
the
we don't,
others we don't want to
that
be
we don't
with.
want to be with.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's not about we valuing who we spend much on. No.
Okay.
Okay?
So maybe I've gotten it wrong all
Yes.
this, but that's the
Yeah.
understanding and impression I've gotten.
Right.
When a man spends on you, letting you go is very difficult. But when it's like you don't spend his money,
No,
it's
do,
like,
do you know what would make a man hurt when you leave them? It's not the money they spend on you.
what?
If they don't get the coochie,
Oh,
it
okay.
hurts. That is what
Okay.
makes them want to stay.
You know, like he spent and he didn't get.
He
a
didn't get
Gucci
something.
and then
Not
he
because
left.
we spent on you.
Not because of the money he has
No,
spent.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Yes.
Whatever he's spending is because he's able to spend.
People are not able to spend, but they spend anyway.
Yes.
Oh, really?
People are spending money they don't have on girls.
How are they spending it today?
I don't know. They borrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now, now let's come to what does a woman bring on the table?
What does a woman bring to the table? Wow.
You know.
I
I mean,
in which aspect?
No,
In
it's
or
marriage,
relationship?
relationship and marriage, right? I mean, it starts from a relationship, then we transit into marriage. Is that not it? Then the marriage becomes a lifetime commitment relationship. So before you, the woman, say, yes, I want to be with you. Yes, I want to go on this journey with you. In your mind, what do you think you're actually bringing to this table? Because, I mean, for the man, society have actually, outlined what he's
Right.
supposed to do.
Yes.
You understand, he's supposed to provide, make
That's
sure
it.
everybody is okay and all that.
And you think society hasn't
No, I mean,
outlined
so I
ours?
want to know, because I mean, a lot of women would just say, I'll give him sex.
Right.
Right? That's like the easiest answer a lot of women would say. But what do you think a woman actually brings to the table when it comes to relationship
We
or
bring our
marriage?
whole body. We bring ourselves to the table. We bring a womb to carry babies.
Oh Lord.
What? Is that not what you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table?
Oh Lord.
No, but you see, this is a difficult question to answer, because if you ask me what I am bringing to the table, I can tell you what I'm bringing to the table.
What are you bringing to the table?
I'm bringing myself. I'm bringing my money. I'm bringing my intelligence, my intellectual. I'm bringing my properties. I'm bringing everything I have on the table.
No, okay.
Babe, this
Okay.
is it.
So
Let's go
so
spend it. Let me take you on vacation.
Ivy,
Yes.
do you believe the notion that a man's money belongs to the family,
Yes,
but a woman's
but
money
it
is
belongs
her
to
own.
her.
I don't agree.
You don't agree,
Yeah.
but most of our women,
Yeah, the
have that
average
notion.
person, yeah,
You
average
see,
woman.
what women bring to the table. I think that women bring a lot, depending on who they are.
Yeah.
You can't bring what you don't have to the table.
That's true.
You bring what you have.
That's why I said what I'm bringing. I have
So, if a woman doesn't have
Anything, then she's not
anything,
bringing anything. to the
she's not
table.
bringing anything.
she's bringing this.
And mostly when we talk about this topic, we're talking about a woman helping to pay bills and all that. But that is if a woman has it.
Has the ability to do that.
Exactly. If a woman doesn't have the ability to bring money, there are so many things she can bring to the table
Yes.
to substitute the money.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm not cutting you.
Yeah.
I think people get unnecessarily angry when the subject is mentioned without actually looking beyond just money they are physically supposed to
Right.
or assumed to have been bringing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like the tangent you are going.
Right.
Yeah.
So a woman can bring so many things.
Mm.
She can bring support.
Mm.
Yeah.
You see, let me just cite an example. Like the other time, I needed money for a project.
Mm.
My wife didn't have it. I didn't have it. I mean, it was a very big project, but she brought an idea that I was able to use that idea to execute what I was supposed to do. So she didn't bring money because I didn't have it, but she brought something more than money to the table.
Yes.
Can I add on to
Yes,
that example?
come in.
I was talking to a certain man who also drew my attention to these kind of things that you might have a woman who is not working to bring you money.
Yes.
But when you bring money home,
She's
she's able to
turn
manage
around.
manage the money so well so that you don't have to bring too much home. But you might have someone who is working, bringing money home, yet you are not able to
Wasting
keep
everything
exactly.
that is brought home.
So it's good that we are acknowledging that it's not only always about the money. A wise woman, when you have her supporting you, can give you ideas that can help you execute businesses and things that you might never have thought of on your own.
Right.
So we all bring a lot of things on the table. Some women come with very good home managing skills.
Yes.
They know how to receive your visitors, so it makes your home very nice. She might not bring money, but when your friends come home, they are so happy. They love your home.
Your
Some
investors
women,
may come home.
may come home and they will never want to go.
Comfort will keep them to invest
You see,
in
your business
whatever
partner might
projects.
come home, and because of the warmth your wife gave him, he wouldn't want to go for any extra discussion. Just say, Casey, do you know what? I'm okay. Let's do this business.
Right.
Just because your wife received him very well.
Right.
So I think it's about time that we look beyond money and looked at these other skills that people bring to the table.
Yes.
So that it can help us appreciate these things. Because times when it's not money, we tend not to appreciate the other support and wisdom and home management and even bringing up children. Some women have that gift of bringing up children in such ways that other women can't do it.
And let's also not forget about the fact that we are in a very hard economy right now.
Yes, very hard.
It's not as previously that bills and other things were cheap. Right now, just imagine you have a family of like 5. The bills, school fees, and all that. You might need a little support from your wife.
Yeah.
Most people, especially men, don't really respect housewives. If you're not bringing any financial benefit to the family, at least you should be able to do something. It shouldn't be 50-50.
No.
But at least, certain things, you can always go to your husband, babe, can I get money to buy soap? Can I get money to buy, like, I heard a story where the man was at work and the light went off. And the family had to be in darkness for the whole weekend before the man came. Come on, I mean, that kind of burden, it's
Maybe the woman doesn't have the money.
Yeah, but that's sometimes too. You bringing money to the table is also
it's very
needed.
important.
So
even though we're
you're
saying,
looking at all that, like
Yes.
financially, intellectual wise, everything a man is bringing, you should
Right.
at least bring some, including money.
Yeah, at least if you don't have money to bring to the table, if your husband gives you something,
You
women
have to-
can save more than
Yeah.
Yes.
men, and
Yes.
they save a little so that in case of emergency, they
there
can
is a-
handle.
pull out something. Hey, honey, I think I saved this out of and
Yeah.
when you do those things, it really makes a man appreciate
Yes. Yes.
you. It's not like you are doing it and the man doesn't really appreciate what you're doing.
Mm.
So it's a very dicey situation over there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So before a woman would have said yes, it means you don't have to run away from the conversation of what you are bringing onto the table. You
Do you have to necessarily ask directly?
no,
Because
I mean you are not asking directly, but today it's become like a topic. I
Yeah.
mean every man, every lady you are looking at, even moving, spending life with you. In the past, men were not so calculative of who they are actually spending
Right.
their life with. I mean,
Right.
a man would just. I've always said that men are the only creatures who love without thinking of what they are going to get in return.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
a man.
the average man.
I mean, averagely, a man just have a responsibility to love the wife, love the
Mhm.
family, love the kids, regardless what they are getting from them.
Yeah.
But I mean, a woman's. I mean, I know, but I just have to say it. A woman will love you because of probably what she's getting from
Oh
it.
yes, that's a fact.
You see?
You can argue. You can argue about
Yes.
that.
There are always outliers. Anyway.
There is always a reason
Yes.
a woman will love a man.
Yes.
There are also
Yes.
outliers to every situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
because like it's never an issue for a man to probably pick up somebody who is of no class or having nothing,
Right.
right? And just want to marry the person or be with the person because he feels attracted to the person. But before a woman will become attracted to you, a man, they have to check your pocket, they have to check how you
Yeah.
smell, they have to check your shoes.
You're right.
Like what are you wearing? What shoes are you wearing?
Really?
Oh, don't you?
Oh,
I don't, honestly.
they do. They check the brands and everything.
Really?
Oh,
If you
yes.
smell
I mean,
good
am
or
I
you
very
don't
no?
smell
I
good.
think
They
I think if that's the case, then okay. Let me talk for myself. For me, I don't really demand of you to be extraordinary. But if I am asking, if I tell myself, oh, Leslie doesn't have a car, I feel I'm not being fair to him because I also don't have a car.
Right.
If I say Leslie is not wearing a designer shoe, I'm also not wearing. So why am I just saying Leslie to wear a designer shoe when I am not wearing one and I can't afford one? So I think
Well,
for me, I feel
maybe you are just
But
feel
you
it's not
see,
fair.
you see, in a different dimension, I think women also choose whom they feel they are secured financially.
yes.
Yep. I think it's a societal thing. Even
Yes.
when you're going to get
Because
married and you're
if I mean, in all honesty, if I was a woman, I would choose a man who I think that I'm secure. My kid's future is secure. I don't want. I
I
wouldn't
think it's
want
the first thing.
exactly. I
every
wouldn't want to be with a
woman
man
quickly
who might not
considers.
even be able to pay my kid's school fees. I'm not saying that.
Yes.
But I mean, sometimes you might meet a guy and you know what the future holds for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if
What's capable of-
immediately
Exactly.
you can't even see the finances, but
Right.
based on
What
the
the
things they are doing,
Exactly. You
how
can-
they are working
predict.
out,
Yes.
you can predict that. This guy, I mean, he's on the right path. He's working hard. He's doing this.
Yes.
He has a clear vision and all that.
Exactly.
So I mean, he can.
So at least you would know that the future is looks bright. So you can select that. And coming back to what women bring to the table, like we said, it might not even be about only money, but sometimes, like being intellectually okay. You are a little smart. At least as a man, if I go to work, I know when my kids have homework, my
My wife can handle it.
handle it.
I mean, they don't have to call you in the middle of a board meeting
So
to
that-
solve 2x plus 3.
Exactly. All those things are what
Simultaneous equations.
what women bring to the table. And sometimes many women are uncomfortable with that topic because they think that that topic only has to do with money.
Yes. And most of them probably also think that they have not even assessed and looked deep into themselves
Right.
to see what they are actually made up of.
Right.
So immediately the conversation comes up and they don't have maybe the financials to talk about it, then they quickly ascribe to the fact that, but I'm giving you my body.
Right.
What else do you want?
I think that is a lame answer. But the guy too is giving you his body anyway. So I don't know.
I mean, but a lot of women don't think that. I mean, I don't know, but how sex is perceived by, I mean, the female is sometimes interesting.
Very. Not sometimes. All the
Yes.
time. It's interesting all the
Yes,
time.
like
Because
it's just a
we are-
favor for the man.
Because we are the recipients, so it's like we have helped you come. So it's like you have used us.
You've helped me come. Didn't you come? Or I came there, you
I
went.
went.
You've been wanting all this while.
You there went. I went. You see?
No, but I totally agree. It's a two-way affair, so it's not fair that at times you make it look like you guys are using us. We all enjoy it anyway, so it's a fair game.
Leslie, I think
Agreed.
sometimes this topic, the emotions you attach to it would depend on who you are.
That's true.
In the sense that if, let's say I'm financially okay, I can take care of my wife plus 3 more kids. I wouldn't mind a woman.
You wouldn't even ask what are you bringing to
I
the
would think
table.
about certain things. But when a broke guy
Yes.
asks a woman what do you bring to the
What do you
table,
bring to the
that
table?
is when there is always an
Always
issue.
An issue
of
There's
sex.
a lot of sex conversation.
But at least a man, you should be able to have a woman that, hey, emergencies happen, the uncertainty happen. I might find myself one day and I've lost everything.
Yeah.
How would my wife come through for me?
Yes, I think that is even the pivot of the conversation,
Right.
Because you see, in my thinking, I see the role of a woman. I mean, according to scriptures, the help meet
Yeah.
Right.
as more of someone who is able to take the little or whatever a man brings and shape it to make the lot. Right.
Yes.
I think this is why they say behind every successful man there is a woman.
Right.
So the woman must have a lot of capabilities to even see beyond now,
Yeah.
to be able to turn around what we have now,
Right.
so that in states of such emergencies, you would not find the home empty.
Yes.
Right. So if a woman has not built herself to the state where she can actually take the center of the home as the manager
Right.
of the man, you see,
Yes.
yes, the man is the leader, but the leader needs someone to manage him
Right.
to be on the right path, and that is what a woman is supposed to be doing as well. So there is a lot a woman is actually bringing
Right.
onto the table.
Yeah.
So that is why I think, I mean, I've seen a video where a certain speaker said the woman is the table.
Yeah, that's true.
It means that it is even beyond what she is bringing
Right.
onto the table, and maybe how people limit it to just maybe
Financial.
she bringing some 50%
Yeah.
contribution or 10%. Or
Yes. In the body, we have the brain,
The brain
and the
and the
heart.
heart.
Those are the the vital organs of the body. I believe in the family system, the man is the brain of the house.
No man
The
is the
woman
heart.
It's a heart.
is the heart. The brain can stop working, and the heart can still sustain the body.
That's true.
That's why we have something called brain damage, which means the brain is not working, but all other body parts
Are
okay.
working.
But if the heart stops,
That's the end.
that's the end.
That's the powerful way of describing us. I
Exactly.
feel so empowered right now.
I can
So-
see
Thank you.
that.
So you see, but if the brain goes down, nothing works in the body.
No, nothing works.
Nothing coordinates in the
Yes.
body. So that's who the man is. The man spearheads everything, but the woman is the heart
Who
of
sustains
the family,
everything.
who sustains, who supplies blood to all other
All
organs
other
of the body.
organs. Yeah.
The family, the children,
The
everything. Make sure
husband,
everybody's
everything
okay.
is okay. She's
So
at the
if
center
women
stage.
as they are able to recognize that this is who they are, and this is how vital their role is in the family, then they would know what they are bringing to the table. Even if they are not bringing money, they are bringing something worth more than money. And
So
I think our ladies should be able to recognize
so
that.
I think for so long we have been limited to see our abilities financially that we forget about the other our other capacities, which Kingsley just outlined. So I think now I would say we women should go back to the drawing table, look deep into ourselves and find out what resources aside money, though money is equally important, that we are bringing to help shape a family, shape a man. Because some men meet certain women and their lives turn around because their women are so good. They help them on the right path, the advice they give them and everything. So she might not have brought money, but he held the man's hand to get money. And when the money comes, she's able to stand firm and say, hey, you are not spending everything. Let's put this here. Let's put that here. So that you have your eggs in so many baskets, so that when one breaks, you can fall on the other. Not a woman who comes and brings nothing, including no wisdom to manage what you already have, spends what you have, and then when you break your eggs in the one basket, she's like, you know what, I'm done with you. I'm going to the next available poultry farm. There probably might be so many eggs.
And
so
just to add to what I just said, the man is the brain. That is why we say the man is the head of the family. Because the brain is in the head.
That's
Boss, my nigga.
Guys, I mean, I've enjoyed this conversation, and I'm sure our audience have enjoyed it. We've shared a lot of insights into this conversation. I like the fact that we did not just limit it to the usual bring money onto the table. I appreciate it.
Before, we are now realizing that it's not only money that women should bring to the table, but there's also, I think there's a twist these days where they say men also look out for women who have money.
Yes, I mean, I think that in the start of the conversation, we mentioned that looking at how tough the economy is today, then every man would need some support. You get it. So yes, I mean, in the past, the least thing a man would care about is a woman who is financially stable. But now I think that because of our economy, the man still considers that is she able to support me somehow financially at home, so that things will be a little easy and all that. And that is why I think a lot of our men are very strategic these days in who they are choosing. They are learning from the ladies, I think so.
Aren't we good teachers?
Oh, you are.
Hey, I
All right, guys. So it's been another interesting episode, and special thanks to you for sticking and staying with us through it all. Until we meet again on the next episode, plan no evil, think no evil, plot no evil.
No planning.